Francis was known for his humility and simplicity. He renounced his wealthy background to live a life of poverty, dedicating himself to the service of others. His love for nature and all living creatures earned him the title patron saint of ecology. Francis believed in the inherent goodness of all God's creations and saw the divine in everything around him. His famous prayer, "Lord, make me an instrument of your peace," reflects his deep commitment to promoting peace, love, and understanding among people. His life and teachings continue to inspire millions around the world to live with compassion and humility. Francis was born into a wealthy family in Assisi, Italy, in the late 12th century. Despite his comfortable upbringing, he felt a calling to a life of poverty and service. He famously stripped off his rich garments and left his father's house to embrace a life of simplicity. Francis believed that living without material possessions brought him closer to God. He saw poverty as a way to emulate Christ, who had lived a humble life on earth. Francis founded the Franciscan order, which followed a strict code of poverty, chastity, and obedience. The Franciscans traveled far and wide, preaching the gospel and helping the poor and marginalized. One of the most famous stories about Francis involves his interaction with a wolf that was terrorizing the town of Gubbio. Instead of killing the wolf, Francis approached it with kindness and compassion. He spoke to the wolf and convinced it to stop attacking the townspeople. In return, the people of Gubbio agreed to feed the wolf. This story exemplifies Francis's belief in the power of love and understanding to overcome fear and violence. It also highlights his deep connection with animals and nature. Francis's love for nature was profound. He saw all creatures as his brothers and sisters and believed that they were part of God's creation. He composed the Canticle of the Sun, a poem praising God for the beauty of the natural world. In this canticle, Francis refers to the sun, moon, wind, water, and fire as his siblings, expressing his deep sense of kinship with all elements of creation. His reverence for nature has made him a beloved figure among environmentalists and animal rights advocates. Francis's commitment to peace and reconciliation was unwavering. During the Crusades, he traveled to Egypt to meet with the Muslim Sultan Al-Kamil. Despite the hostility between Christians and Muslims at the time, Francis approached the Sultan with respect and a desire for dialogue. The two men had a peaceful and respectful exchange, and Francis's efforts to bridge the gap between different faiths continue to be celebrated as a model of interfaith dialogue and understanding. Francis's humility was evident in all aspects of his life. He referred to himself as the little poor man of Assisi and always put others before himself. He believed that true greatness came from serving others and living a life of selflessness. Francis often tended to lepers who were marginalized and ostracized by society. He saw Christ in the faces of these suffering individuals and treated them with compassion and dignity. The Franciscan order grew rapidly during Francis's lifetime, attracting followers from all walks of life. The order's emphasis on poverty, humility, and service resonated with many people who were disillusioned with the materialism and corruption they saw in the church and society. The Franciscans established hospitals, orphanages, and schools, providing much-needed services to the poor and vulnerable. Francis's teachings and example have had a lasting impact on Christianity and the world. His emphasis on simplicity, humility, and love for all creation continues to inspire people of all faiths and backgrounds. The Franciscan order remains active today, carrying on Francis's mission of service and compassion. Francis's life is a testament to the power of living a life dedicated to God and others. One of the central themes of Francis's life and teachings is the idea of radical love. Francis believed that love should be at the heart of everything we do. He taught that love should not be limited to those who are easy to love, but should extend to all people, including our enemies and those who are difficult to love. This radical love is exemplified in Francis's interactions with the poor, the sick, and even animals. He saw the divine spark in everyone and everything and believed that we are all connected. Through God's love, Francis's approach to preaching was also unique. He believed in preaching through actions rather than words. He often said, "Preach the gospel at all times. When necessary, use words. Francis's life was a living sermon, demonstrating the values of compassion, humility, and service. He believed that our actions speak louder than our words, and that living a life of love and service is the most powerful way to spread the message of the gospel. Francis's influence extended beyond the religious sphere. His teachings on poverty and social justice have inspired many movements throughout history. During the Renaissance, artists and writers were inspired by Francis's life and created works that reflected his values of simplicity and humility. In more recent times, social justice activists have looked to Francis as a model for advocating for the poor and marginalized. His emphasis on the dignity of every human being and his commitment to social justice continue to resonate with people today. Francis's legacy is also evident in the field of environmentalism. As the patron saint of ecology, Francis's love for nature and his belief in the interconnectedness of all creation have inspired many environmental movements. His teachings remind us of our responsibility to care for the earth and all its inhabitants. Francis's example encourages us to live in harmony with nature and to treat the environment with respect and reverence. Francis's approach to leadership was also notable. He led by example, never asking his followers to do anything he was not willing to do himself. He believed in leading with humility and compassion rather than authority and power. Francis's leadership style was one of service, always putting the needs of others before his own. This approach to leadership has inspired many leaders throughout history and continues to be a model for effective and compassionate leadership today. Francis's life was not without challenges. He faced opposition from within the church and from society at large. Many people did not understand his radical commitment to poverty and service, and criticized him for his unconventional ways. However, Francis remained steadfast in his beliefs and continued to live out his mission with unwavering faith. His perseverance in the face of adversity is a testament to his deep commitment to God and his unwavering belief in his mission. In the years following Francis's death, his followers continued to spread his message and carry on his work. The Franciscan order grew and established missions around the world, bringing the values of simplicity, humility, and service to new communities. Francis's teachings continue to be a source of inspiration for people of all faiths and backgrounds, reminding us of the power of love, compassion, and humility. Today, Francis is remembered and celebrated as one of the most beloved saints in Christian history. His life and teachings continue to inspire millions of people around the world to live with compassion, humility, and a deep sense of connection to all of God's creation. The values that Francis lived by, love, simplicity, humility, and service, are timeless and continue to resonate with people today. In conclusion, the life and teachings of Francis of Assisi offer a powerful example of what it means to live a life dedicated to God and others. His radical commitment to poverty, his deep love for all creation, and his unwavering dedication to serving others have left a lasting legacy that continues to inspire and challenge us today. As we reflect on Francis's life, we are reminded of the importance of living with love, compassion, and humility, and of our responsibility to care for the earth and all its inhabitants. Francis's message is as relevant today as it was in his time, and his example continues to guide and inspire us as we seek to live lives of meaning and purpose.